Ashwin is joining us live. There seems to be some development at the Sri Muruga Mutt in Chitradurga. Ashwin, can you hear me? Ashwin, what's happening there, Ashwin? There's late night action. There's late night action at the Mutt in Chitradurga. Just as we were debating why the Seer Shivamurthy has not been interrogated, investigated, Ashwin is live, going across straight to him in Chitradurga outside the Sri Muruga Mutt. Ashwin. Ashwin, over to you.
Niranjan, the time is right now 11:20 p.m. and Niranjan, the time is right now 11:20 p.m. and right now what we have come across is that the additional SP Kumaraswamy and the IG of Police Tyagaraja had come to the campus here at the time in the dead of the night. We have been waiting here at least till 8:30 p.m. today. Nobody had come, but after 8:30 p.m. when you can clearly see actually you can see the floor also of the ashram, the entire mutt is completely wet. There was heavy rains that was going on, and in the dead of the night, two top police officers has just come to the mutt. Whether they have come to arrest it, whether they have come to arrest the plaintiff of the mutt, all that is unclear. But in the dead of the night, two top-ranking police officers have come, and we have been tracking this so closely, Niranjan, and we are just waiting for a confirmation. We did try to speak to Kumaraswamy, the additional SP, and he says he has just come just like that. It is definitely not convincing at all. Why? What was the reason for the police to come in the dead of the night in the mutt? The time is right now 11:20. About 10 minutes ago, these police officers had reached. So has an arrest been made is unclear. But you know the way the police officials have been working in terms, it looks like there's a cahoot operation. Whether they don't want a media glare in the kind of arrest that has been made, all this is unclear. But what is important, Niranjan, is to know that at the dead of the night, two top-ranking police officials have come to the very mutt where we have been waiting since like early in the morning. All the day we have been waiting over here. There has been no movement. No police officials have been coming over here. Nothing has been happening. But in the dead of the night, these police officials have decided to come very discreetly. And because of the sources that we had on the ground, we were able to identify this movement. And suddenly we reached over here to find out. And we did speak to Kumaraswamy, the additional SP. All he said was, there is nothing happening. How can nothing be happening at like 11 o'clock in the night when the top additional SP decides to come and come over here? So the arrest has been made or not is unclear. The police is acting in a completely untransparent way. There's an opaqueness in the way the police is handling this case, and that is the cause of concern, Niranjan. It is 11:20 p.m. and in the dead of the night, why would the top-ranking police officials come to the mutt? Has an arrest been made? It is a right for the people to know, has an arrest been made in this case? And it's a sensational case. There has been waiting. People have been waiting for the last 6 days for justice, and has an arrest been made? No confirmation whatsoever. All we know is that some random meet has happened in the dead of the night. What is the content of this meet? All that is unclear. But the top-ranking police officials, the IG Tyagaraja and additional SP Kumaraswamy was here, and we Republic did track them very closely because of the very keen eye on the story. We reached here on the spot very quickly to catch them, but they didn't have any answers to our question, and we are waiting what is going to happen next. Niranjan, back to you.
Some pictures of these police vehicles come in. There are reports of 3 reserve platoons around the mutt. So while you were entering, what sort of activity did you witness? And are these police officials, the senior officials you spoke of, still inside the mutt? Ashwin.
Niranjan, I did speak to Kumaraswamy. At that time, there was heavy rain. The video journalist was at that time, trying quickly to switch on his camera, get the things. But I did personally speak to Kumaraswamy. I did ask him specifically what was the reason why you were here. And what he said was, I just came just like that. How can a top police officer who's in charge of the investigation come just like that in the dead of the night? So is there something discreet happening over here? Is the question that that we as a journalist will always look into. We had a very keen eye on the story from the beginning itself. Why would the top-ranking police officers come at the dead of the night? It's like I told you, Niranjan, we've been tracking here at least till 8:30 p.m. All of us have been perched here, looking at all the activities over here, the movement of the officials, the way the inmates have been moved out, everything we have been covering very, very closely. But all of a sudden, there is like when everybody has decided to go to sleep, these two top-ranking police officials have come right over here at this Mutt, Niranjan, at this Mutt over here, and decided to have an interaction. Now, what was this interaction? Nothing is known, and that is an unfortunate part, Niranjan. That is the unfortunate part. There has been no news at all. I did personally speak to Kumaraswamy, the additional SP, and he said he has just come just like that. How can a top-ranking police official come just like that? So it's the way the Karnataka police is operating in this manner. Are they trying to make it less sensitive, or are they trying to obtrusively act in the way they should in enforcing the law? Because this is a POXO case, a serious charge has been made. Two young girls, 15 and 16-year-old, has been subjected to sexual assault for 3.5 years and 1.5 years respectively. And what is the action that the police has been doing? All through the day there has been no action whatsoever. We've been consistently reporting, but now we see a cohort kind of an operation. Why would a top-ranking police official come at the dead of the night in such a place, you know? And that is what is making us more curious, the way the Karnataka police is operating on this case. Back to you, Niranjan.
Yeah, because we're also hearing, Ashwin, just another question, because this development has come after the NCPCR, I repeat, after the NCPCR also issued a notice in this particular case because minors are involved. The NCPCR notice came today, and there is a possibility also that with these agencies coming in, the national level agencies asking for details, the police is bound by the law to investigate and to share the facts, and the fact is we don't know whether he's been questioned yet. So we can't entirely rule out the possibility of questioning, isn't it? Or whether he's being questioned or the process of questioning is on. That's another aspect.
Niranjan, under section 164, the statement has been given. That's the first thing that has happened. It's over 24 hours after these statements has been given. Now, the essential question would then be the normal routine would ideally be that the probe team would be coming in and looking at these statements which these statements the young girls have been given, and that has led to us waiting over here for all through the day, Niranjan. All through the day we have been waiting, thinking that once a statement has been given, the law will take its course and it will diligently work to ensure justice. But all throughout the day, Niranjan, that has not what we witnessed. We did see the inmates were being secured and all that, but the terms of the crime that has been committed, the police action was not at all seen in the ground. Right from 8 o'clock in the morning till at least till 8:30 p.m., 9 p.m. we have been here around this vicinity. Nothing has happened. But what has made these police officials come in the dead of the night is something that definitely, I think, the national level there has been a pressure that has been put in. That definitely must have raked the officials over here to ensure that justice be delivered and that they do their duty. And that was probably one of the reasons why we see there is a movement in the Mutt in the dead of the night. As you can see, I would like our video journalists to pan visuals. We can see more police vehicles coming over here. What is it happening? Is something, it's quite dramatic.
Okay.
It's very discreet, dramatic and very silent work that is happening. Is it something what we need to, we'll be giving you all these details, Niranjan, after we look into it. We'll speak to these officials. Back to you.
No, we'll stay with you, Ashwin. In fact, we'll stay with that live shot. More police vehicles have just come inside. You see that's a live shot from where Ashwin is. More police cars have just entered. We had a couple of cars move in while we were live right now, which means there is intense activity even now. Now, Will the Seer, Shivamurthy, facing rape allegations, faces POXO charges? POXO has been invoked against him. The 164 statement has been recorded of the minor victims. The NCPCR has stepped in. And even now, if the police say they haven't questioned or investigated the Seer, that's not good news. That's not going to look good on the police and the entire law and order machinery there. So I'm going to stay with those pictures. Ashwin, why don't you just walk about, if possible, walk about and try and show us what's happening there. Most of the vehicles seem to be going to your left. Why don't you try walking in that direction and tell us what's happening?
Yes, definitely, Niranjan. As you can see, there are two police vehicles over there. There are two police jeeps over there, and as we were speaking speaking about it, these police vehicles have just arrived. What could be the reason? As you can see, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 police officials are already over here. The time is around 11:35 p.m. and they are already here. Why are they in the Mutt in the dead of the night is something that we would like to hear from them. So we will. These police officials are here. And what is it? What is the action that is going to take? Is something that is definitely baffling to say the least. Why have these vehicles come over here? Is there an action that we can expect at the dead of the night? Because obviously there's a Lingayat Seer who holds a huge support from the political fraternity. So is there a chance that these are the questions that will obviously come? Is there a chance that he will be taken into custody in the dead of the night at 11:30 when nobody else is around, nobody else is awake, and but the eyes of Republic are always awake over here at 11:35. We are watching this, what is happening. Why would two police cars are already here? An additional SP had come over here. Has he marked arrest? That is something that we need to see. Nothing has come from the mouth of these police officers. They just said we have just come, which is we cannot take it as a proof. We have just come at just to meet in the dead of the night. We cannot take this at the face level. But certainly, as you see, there is a movement happening over here. Two police vehicles have just come in, and some officers have come out of it. And what we need to see further, Niranjan, is there any action that would take place in the Chitradurga Mutt here, and if there is going to be any kind of a custodial arrest that will happen of the point of the Chitradurga Mutt. Back to you.
I think I see some more officers there. Some of them going inside. Just as we stay with those pictures, that's another police vehicle that you see there. That's an officer inside. That's a police official who's perhaps leaving. And there is certainly a police jeep. Yeah, that's a police jeep. And that's a police jeep that's leaving the premises perhaps. Not sure, but it certainly appears like there is some movement there. 3 or 4 police jeeps that came in just as we were live. And yeah, Ashwin, you see something more? So, Ashwin? I think Ashwin is reporting some movement there. Yeah, Ashwin, over to you. Back to you. Yeah?
That's Niranjan, basically Niranjan, that's about it. Now the jeep that has come in, some police officials who are not dressed in their uniform has just moved into the dark towards the northern side of the Mutt. We don't know what their job is, what their responsibility is, but we understand that there is definitely some kind of a police action that is happening. See, because it's a very important saint for the Lingayat community, it's a very prominent face who holds a political clout and support, and probably that is the reason why for over 5 days there has been no arrest that has happened. We always obviously will tend to understand that there is some kind of an action. If he is being taken into custody, will he be taken out of this Mutt in the dead of the night when no eyes are prying, when there is no sensational public eye to the entire custody of the Seer? These are the questions that are essentially being right now coming into my mind. But definitely, why would these police officials come at this point of time is something that definitely needs a further probe. We will be keeping our eyes very closely. This is the entrance of the Mutt, Niranjan. This is the main entrance. This is the inner entrance of this Mutt over here. What you see, these visuals, and we are waiting over here. What are these police officials officials doing? Certainly you can see these police officials are there. Some of the police officials are there at the entrance. Earlier when we had come in, there was all lit up, but suddenly as these Mutt owners, the Mutt the organization saw there was a movement of the media over here, all the lights were suddenly switched off. So all what we see is a silhouette of these officials which are here. Probably, I can say with kind of a certainty there could be. I would like to use my words very carefully. There could be an arrest that could be possible. Perhaps the additional SP who had come probably must have given him the custodial copy of it, and probably that is the reason why the police officials have come in 2 jeeps. After which we need to see all that. The IG was also here. IG Tyagarajan was also here. So is there an arrest? But we cannot say it for certain. But certainly the action that is happening by the police in the dead of the night definitely yearns for more questions. What is happening? And that is the question that the Republic is also closely following. We are closely following. We are closely tracking the details on the ground, and we will be giving our viewers the best news that is possible. We will also be ensuring that the right news is delivered to our viewers at Republic. Back to you, Niranjan.
There is another video that we have from our newsroom that shows the pictures from earlier when the police had arrived at the Mutt. Just showing the pictures there, you see the police officials there. There's the police officials. So there is some activity because suddenly there was a large presence of the police, which otherwise hasn't questioned this Mutt seer, the head seer that is, Shivamurthy yet. He has not been questioned, so we're keeping a close track on that. The pictures also, staying with these pictures. Now, what do we know about the other girls who are there? We were told that some of those girls had moved out because some more parents had also raised concerns. Is that true?
Well, Niranjan, we have seen with our own eyes that these girls have been moved out in a white van, and these girls were carrying a huge suitcase, and we have seen that personally. I have seen it personally from the northern side of the entire campus. There was a van that came in, and as soon as we were going closer to this van, we were barricaded out and we were told not to go into that area. Of course, we understand the sensitivity of the issue. We understand that these are girls and inmates who are minors. We didn't want to show them, but at least to get the sense of what is happening, we did witness it directly that some of the inmates have been moved out, and we also have been informed by our local sources that these inmates have been moved out to the government facilities. Now remember, Niranjan, there has not apart from the FIR that has been filed against the Pontiff, there is also an FIR filed against the General Secretary, where the warden of the hostel warden has filed a case against the General Secretary for trying to sexually abuse, and the act of violence has also been registered under various sections. So that is a reason why to discontinue the distress where these inmates could possibly have. The government and that way has worked very proactively to ensure that not all the cases that has come in this Mutt does not affect the inmates who are already from a poor background. They are taken care. So we had seen the interference of the intervention, in fact, of the District Legal Services Authority, the CWC, and all of them have jointly worked to ensure that these girl students have been moved out, and that has successfully happened, Niranjan. And but what has not happened so far was was the police action for the POXO case. Never have we seen before a POXO case accused getting so much of leverage, and in this case that leverage was that the day has crossed, over 5 days has crossed. There has been no kind of an arrest or summon or questioning. All these had not happened. So in that level, when you look at it, we were expecting that something would happen, but we never thought that in the dead of the night the police officials will come, and that has happened. But our ears were on the ground, and that is the reason in no time we were able to reach out. I did personally speak to the additional SP over here, Kumaraswamy. He was definitely he didn't want to divulge any information. What he told me personally was he just came just like that. It cannot be taken much into the kind of what his words cannot be taken fully into fact, but essentially there was some kind of a cohort operation. Now, has there been an arrest? Has he been officially, has an arrest custodial copy has been given to the Seer? All that is unknown. That all needs to be said by the official police services, but that has not happened. But all we know is in the dead of the night there is some kind of a police action, and that aids the curiosity of journalists like us. Why would something like this happen so discreetly? And that is a question that we will leave our viewers also with. Niranjan.
Right now, and we will continue to be live for another 5 to 10 minutes from the Chitradurga Sri Muruga Mutt, and our colleague Ashwin is live there. So the only national media house that is live at this minute from the Sri Muruga Mutt, and there seems to be some action there, some people coming out. I just see some action there. Let's stay on the pictures. Someone's coming out. Ashwin, why don't you take us through? I think there's some action there, some movement there.
Niranjan, what we know so far is that some of the Niranjan, what we see so far, it's a silhouetted figure, but what we understand so far is that there is definitely some action happening. It's discreet. It's very, very subtle. It is out of the public view, and that is perhaps what these police officials want. They do not want any kind of a crowd gathering, and that is why they specifically chose a time after 11 p.m. We were in fact very keenly observing the police action on this, and we were expecting that maybe after 9 p.m. or something, there must be some kind of an action. Our apprehensions actually turned true, and that is why we see the additional SP coming when it was raining heavily. When the additional SP Kumaraswamy and the IG Tyagarajan all came over here. Niranjan, I must say there is no official sources from the Mutt to say that they have arrested him or any kind of interrogation has happened. Nothing of that sort. That's a kind of opaqueness in which the entire police operation has happened in this case, and that is little perplexing also. And what is important is that we are keeping our ears to the ground. We are working, we are looking at this entire incident. We are looking at the way the police is operating. We have been expecting and apprehending that there is some kind of an opaqueness. We were expecting the same on the same lines, and that is what is happening right now. There is some kind of an obtruse way in this way the police is operating in arresting. See, it's a very important case. Why, Niranjan? It's a POXO case. There has been a person of authority who is the highest authority in the Mutt who has allegedly abused 15-year-old and a 16-year-old for 1.5 years and 3.5 years. These are grave crimes that if it is true, if it has taken place, it's a grave crime. And in such a case, the the media has to be there. We at Republic is committed to the kind of reporting to ensure that justice is provided. And at this time, we were always looking out whether the police would work in a way that will take the media attention off. But unfortunately, the police has got it wrong. We have been keenly observing the movements, and that is why in no time we were able to reach from our local sources. We got this information that there is some kind of a movement in the dead of the night, and that is the reason why we are here today, Niranjan. And these are the visuals that are coming exclusively from outside the Mutt. There is certainly some kind of a movement. What needs to be seen is whether the police will act tough, whether the police will act impartially, whether the police will ensure that the person who has been accused of the crime be treated in the same way any other citizen in this country is treated. The crime is grave. The crime is, it reeks of depravity. It shows the authority, a person who holds much authority has over a young minor girl. All this is important, and in such a sensitive issue, the police also must do things in complete transparency. Unfortunately, we do not see that, but yet Republic is on the ground ensuring that we bring to our viewers the actual pictures, we bring to our viewers what is happening on the ground. Back to you, Niranjan.
Okay, stay with us. We'll slip into a quick commercial break now. We'll take a break and come back with the live coverage in just about 2 minutes. We are live from outside the Sri Muruga Mutt in Chitradurga, where the Seer Shivamurti is undergoing intense scrutiny. We'll take a break and come back with the live coverage.
Amity University in London, accredited by Quality Assurance Agency UK and licensed by the Government of UK, offers MBA and BBA degrees at its central London campus. Embark on a global career with a globally recognized UK university degree. To apply, visit amity.edu/London.
After the mega campaign by Republic suspended Jharkhand BJP leader Seema Patra, who assaulted her domestic help, has now been arrested and has been taken to the court as well. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Ghulam Nabi Azad will address a rally in Jammu on 4th of September. This will be his first visit after quitting the Congress party. The BJP said that the claims by AAP MLAs that they have been approached by the BJP and offered up to 20 crore rupees to switch sides is a matter of forensic investigation and that they should undergo a lie detector test. More trouble mounting for Mamta's top man, Anubrata Mondal, as CBI searches were conducted across Bengal in the cattle smuggling case. We understand 62 properties linked to Anubrata Mondal were searched by the CBI. Reportedly, 26 properties linked to Anubrata's daughter is also under the lens of the CBI. Further, Anubrata's confidant and TMC leader is also being grilled by the CBI. After several incriminating documents related to jihad and terror were seized from illegal madrasa in Assam, the police raided the madrasa along with the recent arrested Hafizur Rahman, who is linked with the Al-Qaeda terror module. The madrasa has been demolished after the order was issued by the executive magistrate to demolish the madrasa in Jogikopa area. And more updates coming in on Sonali Foghat's death case, where we understand that the Haryana police has detained a computer operator who went missing with DVD, mobile phone, a laptop and a document in Foghat's case. The Hisar police is interrogating the man identified as Shivam. Sonali's family, meanwhile, has alleged that Shivam absconded after receiving a phone call after Sonali's death. Accused suspended BJP leader Seema Patra was taken to the court today. Earlier, she alleged that she was being framed in this case. Congressman called out Vadra Congress elections after Ghulam Nabi Azad and Anand Sharma. It's now Manish Tiwari who has rejected the fair poll claim and lambasted the fair poll claim of the Congress, as there is no end to Vadra Congress political drama.
Breaking news right now. Jharkhand leader Seema Patra, her domestic help has made sensational allegations against her. Has been alleged to have assaulted the domestic help. Questions still being asked.
Welcome back. You're watching Republic TV. Going back straight live to my colleague Ashwin, who's outside the Chitradurga Sri Muruga Mutt, where Shivamurthy, the seer, facing rape charges. The police has arrived there, and there's speculation over what could be the possible reason for that. There's heavy security. The police is there. Okay, I think Ashwin is live. Let me cut across. Ashwin, yes.
Niranjan, we get to understand that the additional SP has left. He had come. He had come quickly. He had come when the rains were heavy. He had come at the time when all the media glare and the public had completely left. Now, what we understand is that another police official is also over here. He's an SI. And we are trying to also get to understand why an police SHO is already here and what is the reason why he's here. Probably we will ask him right now, and probably we will also speak to him in night. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ನೀವು ಪೊಲೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದೆ
ನಮ್ಮದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
So that's what the police is saying. He's saying there is no reaction. He does not want to respond to the question that we have asked. But essentially, Niranjan, what we are seeing here is that it's kind of the opaqueness in the way the police is actually come forward. Had this been during the day, we wouldn't have suspected anything. But something that is happening after 11 p.m. There's an action. We see like a lot of vehicles coming and going out. We see the additional SP coming out. We are also expecting, we are getting this news that the IG is also over here, but we were unable to confirm the same. But what we able to gather is that why would the additional SP come over here, speak to the Mutt officials in at a time which is like after 11 p.m. So all these reeks of the kind of opaqueness in this way the entire police is functioning in this case. It has given certainly a long rope to the alleged accused. 6 days is a long rope, in fact, for an accused in a POXO case, somebody who has been accused in a case, somebody who is of the highest authority in a Mutt which has got over 1,000 inmates, and Mutt which has got a tradition of 450 years, a Mutt which has who is the current pontiff is the 21st pontiff, some Mutt which has got such a grand history. Obviously he has some kind of a power, the clout which he enjoys. We have seen over the time that whether it's the former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, whether it's he came out to say that there is there's kind of a false play in this entire case, whether the silence of D.K. Shivakumar, the Congress chief, whether the deflection by the JDS chief Kumaraswamy, whether it's the visit by the BJP MLA from Chitradurga, whether it's the JDS candidate from Chitradurga. All this we see there is some kind of a obtruse way this entire functioning is happening. What we only gather from this is that there is something to hide. And what is there something to hide? Will there be an arrest? Will they do an arrest? Will he be taken into custody in a very discreet way? These are the questions that essentially come to our mind. But essentially the time is right now 11:55 p.m. and we are here on the ground looking very carefully at the developments at outside the Chitradurga Muruga Mutt. Back to you, Niranjan.
Okay, so we'll take a short break as of this minute. We'll take a short break, and in a few minutes we should be able to go back to the debate. We'll keep a close watch on the situation there. That's the Muruga Mutt in Chitradurga, where there's late night action. A few policemen arrived and we're keeping a close track of the developments.
Amity University in London, accredited by Quality Assurance Agency UK and licensed by the Government of UK, offers MBA and BBA degrees at its central London campus. Embark on a global career with a globally recognized UK university degree. To apply, visit amity.edu/London.
In a shocking incident, 50 Dalit families were driven out of Jharkhand's Palamu district. These families were residing in the village for the last 4 decades. On receiving the information, the local authorities rushed to Tongri Pahadi area, 1 kilometer away from the village, and were camping there to maintain the law and order.
सूचना मिली तो वरीय पदाधिकारियों के निर्देशानुसार हम यहाँ पर आए और एसडीओ साहब भी हैं साथ में। तो एफआईआर की बात है तो हम लोगों ने एफआईआर दर्ज कर दिया है।
Meanwhile, a criminal case has been lodged against 12 named people and 150 others. Jharkhand Governor Ramesh Bais, taking cognizance of this incident, expressed concern. The government sought a detailed report from the Deputy Commissioner within 2 days and ordered the police to apprehend the culprits immediately. Meanwhile, the Deputy Commissioner assured all 50 families of rehabilitation in the same village on a priority basis. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
After the mega campaign by Republic suspended Jharkhand BJP leader Seema Patra, who assaulted her domestic help, has now been arrested and has been taken to the court as well. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Ghulam Nabi Azad will address a rally in Jammu on 4th of September. This will be his first visit after quitting the Congress party. The BJP said that the claims by AAP MLAs that they have been approached by the BJP and offered up to 20 crore rupees to switch sides is a matter of forensic investigation and that they should undergo a lie detector test. More trouble mounting for Mamta's top man, Anubrata Mondal, as CBI searches were conducted across Bengal in the cattle smuggling case. We understand 62 properties linked to Anubrata Mondal were searched by the CBI. Reportedly, 26 properties linked to Anubrata's daughter is also under the lens of the CBI. Further, Anubrata's confidant and TMC leader is also being grilled by the CBI. After several incriminating documents related to jihad and terror were seized from illegal madrasa in Assam, the police raided the madrasa along with the recent arrested Hafizur Rahman, who is linked with the Al-Qaeda terror module. The madrasa has been demolished.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome. Now suspended BJP leader Seema Patra has been arrested this morning after a sustained campaign on Republic and on The Debate last night, where thousands of you joined me in raising your voice against her. The way in which this politician tortured her domestic help, made her drink urine from the floor, thrashed her with hot iron pans and iron rods, broke her teeth, broke her back, made you cringe. But more importantly, viewers, it made you angry. Rightly so. For once you forgot all political leanings and you spoke as one. And we, on this debate, question the utter inaction of the politicians of the state and the central governments, and we dared all politicians to continue to show utter indifference at the cost of losing their conscience and their public support, of losing your support, viewers, and viewers within 9 hours of the debate last night. Seema Patra was arrested. This proves that if we stand together, if we set the narrative for the politicians, however arrogant they are, then these arrogant politicians are forced to listen and to act. These politicians, viewers, privately like to claim that the issues we raise on television debates don't matter to them, but they are lying. That too is their own self-deception. Politicians are forced to distance themselves when television news shows images of cash stashes in their flats. Politicians will be forced to care. Politicians get arrested, ladies and gentlemen, when we expose their conspiracy of silence over cases like Seema Patra's, and you know they were trying to hide till yesterday. And politicians cannot look aside when we remind them of the promises they made to fight liquor, not swear by liquor, just 10 years back, ladies and gentlemen. The fact is, however arrogant or conceited the politician, television news is a mirror to them. And the Republic, they know, is the clearest mirror of them all. And that is why, viewers, as one, we raise our voice against the politicians. Ladies and gentlemen, the only way for a strong democracy is when the media is a mirror to the politicians, regardless of which party they are from. And that is what we have proved with our coverage of the Seema Patra case. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 big debates this evening as well. We're raising the very serious question about faith versus law, and whether the law is being diminished in Karnataka, and whether politicians for whom pandering matters more feel that they will make it a case of faith versus law. That's debate number 1, viewers. And debate number 2 this evening. Did the app shoot and scoot? And why is the Delhi Lieutenant Governor hitting back? Debate number 3 tonight. Another illegal madrasa bulldozed in Assam. The opposition says, stop the bulldozer model. Himanta Biswa Sharma is not listening. That's debate number 3. And here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on the Debate Tonight. 5 days on, the rape accused Seer Shivamurthy is a free man. Is he getting open political shields now? All 3 mainstream parties line up to meet the rape accused Seer. Is it faith versus the law openly?
If Mr. Vinay Kumar Saxena, the Honorable LG, has done no corruption when he was chairman of KVIC, then why is he scared of an investigation?
The Delhi Lieutenant Governor drags AAP leaders to court. Did they make up charges against him?
बिल्डिंग भी दिखा दो, बिल्डिंग भी दिखा दो की सूची अगर मिल जाती है, आपको लेके चलेंगे ना। अच्छा, सूची दे दे, डर लग रहा है, ठीक है, डर लग रहा है। धन्यवाद, सच्चाई सामने आ गई है।
Video wars and political street fights take over as the Delhi battle goes to the next level. Terror-linked illegal madrasas bulldozed by the Himanta government. Big political fight brews in Assam.
आप लोग ऐसे मत करिए।
आप फंसाएंगे हमको फंसाया गया है।
And viewers, just 9 hours after we exposed her on our campaign on Republic, suspended BJP leader Seema Patra has now been arrested. Ladies and gentlemen, rape accused Seer Shivamurthy is out and about. It is like he faces no allegations at all. But the minor girls, the victims who bravely came out to speak about sexual abuse are being made to record statements endlessly. Politicians are meeting and greeting the accused Seer, accused of rape, like it's no big deal. Technically, there is no legal impediment at all to arrest Shivamurthy. But is the lack of action because the case has become about faith versus the law? Pandering to faith, even if it means walking all over and transgressing the law. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the unfortunate developments, and then we debate.
It has been 4 days since 2 minor girls leveled serious sexual abuse allegations against the chief pontiff of the Jagadguru Murugarajendra Vidyapitha Mutt. The accused faces allegations under the grave POCSO Act as well as rape allegations.
On Tuesday, 30th of August, the 2 girls who have allegedly been sexually abused by the pontiff of the Muruga Mutt in Chitradurga had deposed before the magistrate under section 164 and a statement was taken. It took 5 hours for these girls to give the statement on the ordeal that they had to undergo.
But the seer of one of the most significant of the 3,000 Lingayat Mutts in the state is yet to be arrested.
Based on this evidence, the police is supposed to come and take the probe into the next level and also investigate the details of the statement. That has not happened so far, and at the Mutt, everything seems to be normal.
In Chitradurga, protests are on.
On 26th of August, the first FIR was filed and under sections of POCSO and several other IPC sections. However, no police action has happened so far. But what is happening is a continuous political patronage that the saint is receiving from across all the politicians in the state of Karnataka, whether it is a Congress, JDS or the BJP.
This Mutt has been not formed today. It was since 1979. Okay, and it's a very big Mutt.
ಬುದ್ಧಿಗಳನ್ನ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಣ್ಣ. ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿರಂತರ ಭೇಟಿ, ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಭೇಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಣ್ಣ. ಅದರ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ನನಗಿಲ್ಲ.
It may be a matter of faith for some, but others are saying, what about the law?
The statement of the Home Minister and other ministers, Chief Minister and the former Chief Ministers of our statements ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಸರಿನಾ? ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳಿಗೊಂದು ನ್ಯಾಯ, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯನಿಗೊಂದು ನ್ಯಾಯವಾ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ, ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ?
And if faith is being pitted against the law in the Shivamurthy case, can justice be sacrificed? Let's debate.
How shameful, viewers, how shameful. It seems the politicians there in Karnataka might as well come together and give an award for someone to have achieved the status of being a rape accused. There is open protection for the rape accused. Politicians are lining up. They might as well, Pramila Nesargi, take an award for him. Congratulations, Shivamurthy ji. You are now formally a rape accused. You are accused of rape by minor girls, 15 and 16-year-old. Just imagine how those girls would be feeling. Pramila Nesargi, you come on television every day and you protect this man just because he is a religious figure. Now, think sometimes about the precedent people like you set before the people of this country. I welcome Madhu Kishwar, I welcome Nasir Hussain, Ustad of the JDS, Stanley, who is founder director of the Odanadi Seva Sanstha. In this case, renowned artist and social and women's rights activist Pratibha Prahlad, Father Adrian Mascarenas are opening the debate today. It's really become, I have no words anymore to describe what is happening. Of course, it's convenient for you, Pramila ji. Even his statement has not been recorded, Pratibha ji. Even his statement has not been recorded. The victims have been made to record their 164 statements. The police is dragging his feet so that he can get anticipatory bail tomorrow. And after he gets anticipatory bail, treated like a VVIP rape accused, they'll say we are following the procedure. And Pramila Nesargi will celebrate tomorrow. That is the whole idea. Pratibha, Prahlad, I'd like to open with you. What really is happening here? Yes, I think you want to say something, Father. What do you want to say?
Yes, sir. I'm transferring your call now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now, okay. Pratibha, please. Pratibha, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Arnav, what I want to say is that, we are in an extremely distressing to see that all the politicians gather together and come together as a flock to defend these pontiffs and seers and all these sexual offenders. We must remember this is the election year. And Lingayat is a very, very powerful community, and these Lingayat Mutts are very, very powerful in Karnataka. They kind of hold the sway for voting. So I suppose that is why all the politicians have nothing to say in defense of these victims, these child victims. And I'm ashamed because it never used to happen in Karnataka before. And I'm ashamed that the police are not acting, they're not arresting the seer under the POCSO Act, because whoever it be, whether he's the Lingayat Swami or the Vakaliga Swami or a Brahmin Swami or even the Pope of the Vatican, if they are accused of an offense, of a serious offense like POCSO, they should be arrested, first of all, and the children should not be made to, talk about the offense again and again like they are right now. So I don't understand what is happening, because when faced with such a powerful mutt, nobody wants to speak against this powerful mutt. So what is the recourse to law that these children have? And look at the impunity that this man is, being given by the state. And so I'm horrified this is happening, under Bommai's governance. I hope the Chief Minister and the Home Minister take action, take cognizance of this offense, and this man, whoever he is, whether he is a very powerful, seer, pontiff, whatever he is, he has to be arrested and held for questioning, and
the case is simple here.
Face the law.
No, the case is simple, Pratibha. The way I'm looking at it now, the way I'm looking at it now, Pramila, it is these two young girls versus the entire mutt, this religious figure, Shivamurthy, and all the political parties of Karnataka are on one side. All leaders there, people who call themselves civil society, have pin drop silence today. It is as if the entire, power edifice, politicians, religious figures have come together and said, we will teach these two young girls a lesson. So that in the future, Pramila Nesargi, the message is, if a powerful person rapes a young minor child, the child should never have the guts to open her mouth. That is the lesson, Pramila Nesargi, that I think people like you are trying to serve here. Don't think we don't get the message. But I want this to go across the country today, that this is what people like you are trying to do.
Not able to hear.
Yes?
Yes.
Hello? Not able to hear. Yeah.
Can you hear me, Pramila ji? Did you hear my question? Madhu Kishwar, did you hear my question? I'll connect in a minute with you, Father. Can I get Madhu Kishwar on the left to answer that, please? Madhu Kishwar and Savio. Pratibha and Stanley on the right. We open the debate that way. Thank you so much.
Arnav, can I make a point?
Am I going to speak, or is Stanley going
No,
to speak?
I would like Madhu Kishwar to come in, because they are listening very patiently. I don't know if they have a response.
I have a response.
Please, please. Yes, Madhuji, go on.
And of all the people on this, of all the people on this panel, I have the longest track record of doing legal aid for victims of violence, of abuse, or including sexual violence and rape. Now, in recent years, we've seen the rampant gross misuse of anti-rape laws and POCSO in particular, for booking fake cases, for blackmail, for tarnishing people's lives. This is so rampant that I don't know how, without due investigation, proper due diligence, people can take a certain charge as being valid and as being true and start insisting that the man be arrested and hanged. The fact is, we've seen you were involved in fake cases very recently, and you know how the media paid for your blood. Shankaracharya Kanchi was involved in fake cases, and how that entire Mutt was ruined. It's never recovered till date. Samba spy scandal, Colonel Purohit in fake cases, Sadhvi Pragya, Hindu terror myth, Amit Shah sent to jail in the Shahabuddin encounter case, Modi nearly sent to gallows in fake cases. Then Maya Purnani given death sentence first, totally fake case. Kathua rape case, one of the biggest travesty of justice, and nobody investigates the moment a charge is leveled. You should see how many times the Supreme Court of India has had to call these legal terrorism, such laws, because they are so grossly misused.
So you come to a conclusion here that the girls are lying. Can I ask you, Madhu, on what basis you come to that conclusion? On what basis are you coming to that conclusion that these young girls are lying?
Mafia behind them. There's a
who is any of us? Who are any of us to say all this?
Young girls lie. Many women lie.
So we'll only be the judge and the jury.
Cases, if there are so many false rape
Madhu, I don't agree with you.
If there are so many false
Madhu,
you may
I don't
not
agree with
but
you.
I know from experience, and I don't think you have my kind of experience in handling legal aid cases of both kinds.
That is not for you to judge.
And let's face
that is not for you
these
to judge.
Two girls have an NGO backing them.
Judge.
Has anybody checked the antecedents of that NGO? Please check the antecedents of that NGO, and you might find a
that's
very
not even the moot point of
story
question.
There. I don't think the case is as simple
That's not the
as that.
moot point of question. The question here is that there's a case registered. The case has been registered, just like in Bishop Franco Mulakal's case, the case has been registered. Now, no matter where this leader belongs to, which religious leader, which religious denomination,
we know
can I
that
complete my point, Madhu? Can I complete my point? I did not interrupt you. I am trying to make a point. The religious leaders do not get impunity because they are religious leaders. They do not get impunity. If there were people who are saying that they are accused, then the process of the law must be allowed to complete. Why is it that when a religious leader is accused of sexual molestation or rape, as in the cases that we've seen in recent times, the religious community stands up to defend these leaders even before the case has reached its logical conclusion.
And further
even
to that,
in the Bishop Franco Mulakal's case, the case has been cleared by the lower court.
And
it is still in High Court.
And further to that, a small and limited point. See, politicians are weak, Madhu. We must not be weak. Politicians are weak because they use people like Ram Rahim. They didn't have the guts, we had the guts. You know how much we were attacked? Yes, I have experience, Madhu. If the logic of faith over law is applied, would Ram Rahim, a rape convict who ordered murder and created civil war-like situation, be arrested and face charges? It is all easy to attack the media. Would Asaram Bapu be arrested? Do you know how much we were targeted when we questioned Asaram Bapu? And did at that point of time, there was a mentally challenged minor who was raped by Asaram Bapu? And how much the media was targeted? You see, the media is strong. Politicians are weak. Politicians don't have the guts to act against people who at their command can have hundreds of thousands of people turned into vote banks. But we are not looking for vote banks, Madhu. We are looking for what is right and what is wrong. And I say there is a place for faith, but there is a greater place for the law. We talk of a uniform civil code in this country, but is there going to be a uniform civil code for these godmen also? Would Chandraswamy's links to arms dealers be uncovered?
How have you arrived,
Would Premananda ever be arrested or convicted for the rape of 13 minor girls? would Chandraswamy's links to arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi ever be spoken about? See, Madhu, I don't expect someone like you to be weak. You must be strong. And you must say, we will speak up against these people. There is a track record. There is a track record. And I'm saying tonight, viewers, I throw a challenge, viewers. Politicians will do nothing for these girls. Let me say it in writing today, Kasturi. Politicians will come together and prove these girls wrong. They will put all their energy to finish off the case. Tomorrow they will try all their best to give him anticipatory bail and then close the case after that.
And that is exactly what
do.
I want to come in and with about Arnab. I feel it's like, it's one thing to deny a fair and free trial or even an investigation for all these people, godmen, so to speak, who are accused of sexual offenses against minors. That too, it's one thing, but it's a completely more horrifying situation when they are actually sheltered and supported by politicians coming forth and saying, these people are innocent and trying to vilify the victims. That's horrifying. And why this politician Godman nexus, it's not a new situation. It's been there, as you yourself mentioned, it's been there in the days of the Congress Raj. It's there, party notwithstanding, JDS or BJP, everybody. Why don't we start? Media has been very, very vehement and fearless in exposing these godmen. Start exposing the politician godman nexus as well, because as long as the representatives of the people, voted representatives of the people, are corrupt and are dirty, we are never going to see justice in such dirty religious leaders' scandals. We're never going to see minors, people without any money, people without any power or political connection. How are these girls going to get a shot at justice? And I'm not saying this person is wrongly or rightly accused. Let him be wrongly accused. The court will say that. Who are we to say he should not even be arrested? Who are we to say the due process of law should not be followed because somebody thinks he is innocent?
You see, Pramila, you need to understand this.
I agree.
This has gone too far. And Madhu, it's very easy to say this. This is all viewers' convenient political silence. Every time self-styled godmen, religious figures are accused of heinous crimes, I am asking you, is there a constitution in this country? The politicians will delay the arrest and not take action. In fact, Pramila, now there is competition. There is competition between JDS and BJP. Who will get the vote? Who will show more support? Has the MP's son gone? Has the JDS leaders gone? Have they all gone and told Shivamurthy, don't worry about those girls, we are with you? It's like giving him a prize, Pramila, and you are also one among them.
And it's very
You are
tragic.
also one among them. Like Madhu Kishwar, your stand is also the same.
Arnab, it's very tragic to think that there's only one figurehead for a community in Karnataka. I think that's a gross underestimation and a misrepresentation
Yes, please do.
of the Lingayat
Do I have
community.
an opportunity to speak?
Yes, please do.
Yeah, you see, please. Yeah, Arnab, one must know. I don't want interference. Let them, please, if you permit me, I'll answer. If somebody is speaking, I can't.
No one is speaking.
Arnab, can I speak now?
Please go ahead.
Yes. See, you are well versed. We hear yours every day. We make it a point not to miss your debates. We are with you. One thing one must know. What is the greatest thing that has been known in this country? Satyameva Jayate. One thing Mahatma Gandhi said. Satyameva Jayate. Second thing is Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. If we protect Dharma, Dharma will protect us. You and I are governed by Dharma. That is what we have been doing it. What is this Chitradurga Swamiji? If we call, what do we call him? If we call a spade, do you want me to call spade nothing but spade? Can I deny that? What we are telling Swamiji is a great man. Not only me, The whole state, irrespective of the party, politicians, gurujis, ordinary persons, all communities, Christians, Mohammedans, all are speaking that he is a great man. What is your worry? What is your worry? Do you want to say that we should not tell him that he is a good man?
Ma'am, the issue is not about his greatness,
let
ma'am.
the inquiry go. Let the investigation go on.
This is not
They are
about
not
his
coming in
greatness.
the way.
Why has he not been questioned so far?
Who said,
Why has he not been questioned
The issue
so
is not
far?
about his
I am not
greatness.
coming in the way.
The
Let
issue is about the
investigation
allegations
go on.
levelled.
Swamiji has been issued. Section 41 we have noticed.
What is the charge against
Already
him?
notice is issued.
What is the
And
charge
Swamiji
against
has
him?
been
What is the charge
questioned.
against him, Pramila
They said that
Nesargi?
they are
Can you tell
right.
me?
Please
Yesterday
go on
you
the
were
facts
debating
of
on
the
the
case.
program with Stanley KV of Odanadi Seva Sanstha. I just want to ask you, what is the charge against him? Why don't you just, calm down and tell me, what is the charge against? Is it of rape or not? Is he accused of rape or not?
Allegation.
No, allegation. Allegation of
Allegation.
rape. Allegation of
Alleged.
rape
It
by
is not
young girls. By
alleged.
young girls. By young
because
girls.
somebody alleged
No.
that.
One
That's
second.
not.
One second. One
That's
second.
not.
1 minute.
It
1
is
minute.
yet to be
1
proved.
minute. 1 minute.
It
1
is
minute.
proved by the
Allegation of
prosecution.
rape by 2 young girls.
Yes.
By 2 young girls. Can you go on? Can you describe what happened? What is the